Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. The Bold and the Beautiful for Friday, July 11th, where emotions run high, secrets unravel, and lives hang in the balance. This episode promises to be a roller coaster of revelations and heartbreak with Poppy Noah, grappling with her daughter Luna's uncertain future. Bill Spencer facing devastating news about his son Liam, and the ripple effects of a tragic incident at the beach house shaking everyone to their core. Let's unpack the intense moments, explore hidden motivations, and imagine the potential twists that could redefine relationships in this iconic soap opera. Poppy Noah's desperate quest for answers. In the sterile, tension-filled corridors of the hospital, Poppy Noah's all arrives with a heart full of dread. Her mind racing with fear for her beloved daughter Luna. The news of a catastrophic event has reached her ears, though the details remain maddeningly vague at first. As she rushes through the sliding glass doors, Poppy's normally composed demeanor crumbles, her eyes searching frantically for a familiar face to provide clarity. Nurses bustle past, their clip conversations offering no solace while Poppy clutches her phone, hoping for a reassuring text or call that never comes. Her maternal instincts scream that something is terribly wrong, and the weight of past decision as she made to protect Luna from a dangerous world bears down on her like a storm cloud ready to burst. As Poppy finally encounters a somber-looking Lee Finnegan, there grows thick with unspoken grief. Lee, a skilled surgeon with a reputation for miracles, wears an expression that betrays the gravity of the situation. Though she tries to shield Poppy from the worst of it initially, the truth seeps through her guarded words. Luna has been through an ordeal in the operating room, and her survival hangs by a fragile thread. Poppy's world tilts as she processes the possibility of losing her only child. She recalls fleeting memories of Luna's laughter, her stubborn spirit, and the dreams they shared for a brighter future. Dreams that now seem to slip through her fingers like sand, adding a layer of complexity. Rumors swirl that Luna's involvement in a violent altercation may have led to this moment. Though Poppy refuses to believe her daughter could be capable of such darkness. Will Poppy uncover the full story behind Luna's condition? Or will deception cloud her path to the truth? Bill Spencer's double devastation. Meanwhile, Bill Spencer, a titan of strength and resolve, finds himself crumbling under the weight of not one, but two soul-shattering revelations. At the hospital, he paces the waiting area, his polished shoes echoing against the tiled floor, each step a drumbeat of growing anxiety. Bill has just learned of a shocking incident involving his son Liam. A shooting that has left the young man fighting for his life. The news cuts deeper than any business loss or betrayal ever could. As Bill mentally replays every argument, every missed opportunity to connect with Liam over the years, guilt gnaws at him like a ravenous beast. He had pulled strings to secure Luna's release from past troubles, believing he was helping, only to now face the horrifying possibility that Luna played a role in Liam's current suffering. But the blows keep coming as Bill grapples with the shooting's aftermath. Hope Logan, her face etched with sorrow, approaches him near a row of uncomfortable waiting room chairs. Her voice trembles as she delivers a second unthinkable piece of news. Liam has been diagnosed with a brain tumor, a silent killer that has already marked his days as numbered. Bill's mind reels, unable to fathom how fate could be so cruel. He pictures Liam as a boy full of boundless energy and optimism, and contrasts it with the image of his son, now pale and vulnerable, in a hospital bed. The shooting, already a tragedy, now threatens to steal Liam from him even sooner than the tumor would have. Bill's stoic exterior cracks, and for the first time in years, tears brim in his eyes as he contemplates a future without his son. Will Bill find the strength to support Liam in these darkest hours? or will regret over past decisions consume him? Hope and Stevie's emotional clash in another corner of the hospital. Hope Logan bursts through the doors, her heart pounding after receiving an urgent summons. She's no stranger to tragedy, but the known details of this crisis gnaw at her nerves, her hands trembling as she seeks out Steffie Forrester for answers. Steffie, still shaken from witnessing the horrific events at the beach house, stands near a window, staring blankly at the world outside. When Hope approaches, the tension between them of years of rivalry and unresolved pain crackles like static in the air. Yet in this moment of shared grief, Steffie pushes aside old grudges to recount the chilling sequence of events. She describes how chaos erupted, painting a vivid picture of the beach house transformed from a place of solace to a scene of violence and credits Liam, with an act of breathtaking heroism that likely saved lives, though at great personal cost. Hope listens, her breath catching as Steffie's words paint a picture of Liam's bravery and the subsequent tragedy that landed him in a coma after emergency surgery. She feels a surge of pride for Liam, mingled with suffocating fear for his future. The revelation of his brain tumor, already a heavy burden on Hope's heart, now looms larger, casting a shadow over every hope for recovery. As Steffie speaks, Hope notices the strain in her rival's eyes, a flicker of genuine concern that transcends their past conflicts. Could this shared trauma forge an unexpected truce between them? Or will the weight of Liam's condition drive a deeper wedge? Beyond their conversation, the hospital buzzes with urgency, a stark reminder that every second counts in this unfolding drama. Luna's fate and Lee's determination. Back in the operating room, the atmosphere is charged with desperation as Lee Finnegan battles to save Luna. The monitors beep erratically, each sound a piercing reminder of how close they are to losing her. Lee, whose hands have saved countless lives, feels the pressure like never before. If this isn't just any patient, it's family. Sweat beads on her brow as she issues rapid-fire instructions to her team, refusing to entertain the thought of failure. She thinks back to Luna's childhood, the quiet moments of vulnerability that reveal the girl desperate for love and stability, and channels that memory into her fight to keep her alive. Yet despite her skill, the odds seem stacked against them, and whispered fears among the staff suggest that someone may not leave the operating room alive, adding an intriguing twist. Recent script leaks hint that Luna's story might not end here. While all signs point to a tragic outcome, her scheduled appearances in episodes well into September spark speculation. Could Lee orchestrate a clandestine plan to fake Luna's death, shielding her from legal repercussions or deeper dangers tied to the shooting? Perhaps a mysterious benefactor or an insane ally within the hospital walls aids in this deception, creating a web of secrets that even Poppy might not unravel. As the surgical team works tirelessly, the question looms, will Luna defy the bleak prognosis through sheer will or cunning? Or is this truly the end of her journey? The ripple effects of tragedy. As the day unfolds, the hospital becomes a pressure cooker of emotions, with each character wrestling with grief, guilt, and unanswered questions. Poppy clings to hope for Luna, her every thought a prayer for a miracle, while Bill stands at a crossroads torn between rage over the circumstances and despair for Liam's fading future. Hope and Steffie, bound by their connection to Liam, navigate a fragile moment of unity that could easily shatter under the strain of what's to come. The beach house incident, though the epicenter of this storm, is merely the catalyst for deeper reckonings about family forgiveness and the fragility of life beyond the immediate crisis. Whispers of deception and hidden agendas begin to surface. Could Luna's survival, if it comes to pass, be tied to a larger conspiracy within the Forrester and Spencer circles? Might Bill's past decisions, made with the best of intentions, come back to haunt him in ways he never anticipated? And what of Liam, lying in a coma, caught between life and death? Will his spirit endure long enough for one final reconciliation with those he loves? These questions linger like a fog over Los Angeles, promising more twists in the weeks ahead. Next, we will delve into the gripping drama that unfolded on The Bold and the Beautiful during the Tuesday, July 8th episode, where heroism, tragedy, and moral dilemmas collided in a pulse-bounding sequence of events. In this heart-topping installment, Liam Spencer emerges as an unlikely savior, risking everything to protect Steffie Forrester from Luna Noah's deadly intentions. While the fallout of gunshots and Bletch leaves fans buzzing with debate with new layers of detail and imagined backstories woven into the narrative, let's explore the intense moments at the beach house, the raw courage displayed by key characters, and the complex questions of redemption and sacrifice that linger in the aftermath of this shocking confrontation. A deadly standoff at the beach house. The serene setting of the beach house, usually a haven of whispered secrets and stolen glances, transformed into a battlefield of raw motion and violence on July 8th. As the ocean waves crashed relentlessly outside, inside a storm of a different kind brewed. Luna Noza, her eyes alike, with unsettling mix of desperation and rage, gripped a gleaming firearm. Her shaky hands betraying a mind pushed to the edge. The target of her wrath was none other than Steffie Forrester, who stood frozen, her breath shallow as the barrel pointed her way. The air crackled with tension, the weight of past grievance, betrayals, and unspoken pain seemingly fueling Luna's dangerous resolve. What could have driven her to such an extreme? Fans wonder as they piece together cryptic hints of a personal vendetta rooted in Luna's tumultuous history with the Forrester family. Perhaps a buried scandal involving her mother Poppy and a long-ago rivalry. Into this chaos stepped Liam Spencer, his presence and unexpected lifeline in a moment of utter despair. With no time to think, only to act, Liam's instincts kicked in, his heart pounding as he saw Steffie's life hanging by a thread. The usually conflicted and often criticized Liam shed all traces of hesitation. His focus singular, protect Steffie at all costs. The room seemed to shrink as he lunged forward, his hands reaching for the gun in a desperate bid to disarm Luna. The struggle was visceral, each grunt and gasp echoing the stakes of the moment, until a deafening shot shattered the air. Liam staggered back, a crimson stain blossoming across his chest, the pain searing through him like wildfire. Yet even as his knees buckled, his resolve did not. Painting a picture of a man driven by a lovier, perhaps a duty that transcended his own survival. Liam's unyielding courage amidst bloodshed. As blood pulled beneath him, Liam's world blurred, the edges of his vision darkening with each labored breath. The metallic tang of blood and the distant sound of Steffie's horrified scream anchored him to the moment, refusing to let him slip away. Luna, momentarily stunned by her own actions, loomed over him, her voice dripping with scorn as she taunted his faltering strength. But Liam, fueled by an inner fire fans hadn't seen in years, clawed his way back to his feet, his trembling hand still reaching for control of the weapon. In a twist that left viewers gasping, he managed to turn the tables. A second gunshot ringing out as he struck Luna in the side, a desperate act to end the threat once and for all. She crumpled to the ground, her own blood mingling with his on the hardwood floor, a stark-to-blow of violence and consequence. This raw display of bravery has ignited a firestorm of reactions among B&B enthusiasts, many of whom took to online forums to dissect every frame of the encounter. Liam, often seen as a wavering figure torn between loves and loyalties, has suddenly become a polarizing symbol of sacrifice. I never thought I'd say this, but Liam stepped up in a way that blew me away. One longtime viewer posted on a popular soap discussion board. their words echoing a newfound respect for a character so often maligned. He didn't just say Steffie fought through unimaginable pain to do it. That's a hero in my book. Another chimed in their comment, racking up likes and supportive replies. Yet beneath the praise lies a deeper question. Does this act of valor wash away years of perceived indecision and flaws in Liam's character? Or is it merely a fleeting moment of glory? Sheila's unexpected role in the chaos. Amidst the hail of bullets and shattered peace, another figure emerged with surprising intense. Sheila Carter, a name synonymous with manipulation and mayhem in the B&B universe. Known for her scheming ways and dark history, Sheila's presence at the beach house added an unexpected layer to the unfolding tragedy. As Luna's gun wavered in the moments before disaster, Sheila, with a voice laced with urgency, attempted to reason with the young woman, her words of frantic plea to abandon this path of destruction. Her intervention, though ultimately unsuccessful, was a risky gambling evidence of a side to Sheila that fans rarely glimpse. Was this a genuine attempt to protect Steffie, or a calculated move to position herself as a savior in the eyes of others? The debate rages on, with some viewers arguing that Sheila's actions, however flawed, deserve recognition. The cost of her interference was Sheila herself took a stray bullet to the foot during the scuffle, a wound that left her crumpled in pain, but alive to witness the carnage. Say what you will about Sheila, but she put herself in the line of fire to stop Luna. One fan noted on social media, sparking a thread of heated opinions. Others remained skeptical, pointing to Sheila's track record of self-interest. "I wouldn't trust her motives if my life depended on it," countered another user, reflecting the deep mistrust her character inspires. Regardless of intent, Sheila's involvement adds a murky moral dimension to the episode, leaving viewers to ponder where true heroism lies in a scene painted with shades of gray. Fan debates, redemption, or final sacrifice for Liam. The online B&B community has been alight with speculation and emotion since the credits rolled on this explosive episode, with Liam's actions and their consequence demanding the conversation. For many, his willingness to take a bullet for Steffie is a defining moment. A chance to rewrite his legacy from a man of wavering heart to one of unwavering courage. If this doesn't redeem Liam in the eyes of the fans, I don't know what will. Used a poster on a soap opera message board. Their sentiment echoed by dozens of others who see this as a turning point. Some even imagine a future where Liam, should he survive, leverages this act to rebuild fractured relationships. Perhaps finally earning Steve's trust or hopes forgiveness in a way words never could. Yet not all are convinced, with a vocal minority questioning whether one heroic deed can erase years of perceived shortcomings. Sure, he did the right thing, but let's not forget the mess he's made of lives over the years, argued a skeptic, pointing to Liam's romantic entanglements as evidence of deeper flaws. Adding to the complexity is the precarious state of Liam's health post-shooting. Groomers swirl that he may be on his deathbed, his chest wound a potential final chapter. If so, does this act become his ultimate redemption, a poignant goodbye etched in sacrifice, or will the writers grant him a miraculous recovery, allowing this moment to be the foundation of a new Liam Spencer? Fans are split, their theories as varied as the emotions this storyline evokes. Unanswered questions and lingering mysteries. As the dust settles on the beach house battlefield, the episode leaves behind a trail of questions as compelling as the action itself. What drove Luna to such a violent breaking point? And will her endure your possible survival reveal the deeper truths behind her vendetta? Her past, often shrouded in ambiguity, might hold clues to a trauma or betrayal that pushed her over the edge, perhaps tied to a forgotten chapter of Forrester family history. And what of Sheila? Will her intervention, however small, shift the perception of her as a perennial villain? Or is this merely another layer of her endless game? The writers have hinted at upcoming episodes delving into her mindset, potentially revealing a hidden connection to Luna that could rewrite everything we thought we knew. For Liam, the stakes remain personal and profound. Lying wounded, his fate uncertain, his act of bravery stands as a beacon in an otherwise tumultuous life. Will Steffie, forever changed by the terror of that day, see him in a new light, her gratitude blooming into something deeper? And how will hope, always a pillar in Liam's life, react to this brush with death, especially given whispers of an underlying health crisis that might already threaten his future? The beach house may have been the stage for this tragedy, but its echoes will reverberate through Los Angeles, reshaping alliances and rivalries in ways no one can predict. Next, we will immerse ourselves in the electrifying twists and shadowy schemes brewing on the bold and the beautiful during the intense week of July 7th to 11th, where Lee Finnegan's potential plan to fake Luna No's death and imprison her takes center stage. This episode teases a labyrinth of deception, family tension, and hidden motives as Lee contemplates drastic measures to sever Luna's ties to Finn. With gunfire echoing through dramatic confrontations and leaked scripts hinting at future encounters, the stakes couldn't be higher. Join us as we explore every gripping detail, and then new layers to the story, and delve into the dark possibilities of love turned to captivity in this iconic soap opera saga. Lee Finnegan's chilling resolve. In the sterile fluorescent lit corridors of the hospital, Lee Finnegan stands as a figure of quiet intensity, her mind whirling with thoughts that would shock even her closest confidants. During the July 7th episode, viewers witnessed a moment that sent chills through Finn as Lee articulated a perspective so extreme, it seemed to fracture the very air between them. Her words hinted at a radical belief. The world might breathe easier if Luna No's all were erased from it entirely. Beneath her composed exterior, Lee wrestles with a gnawing fear that the justice system is a revolving door for someone as unpredictable as Luna. Drawing from haunting memories of Sheila Sharp's countless escapes from accountability, these anxiety festers Luna having already slipped through the cracks of consequence, once with a pardon could easily do so again. What if bars and locks prove as flimsy as paper against her resolve to return? To Lee, the idea of Luna roaming free is not just a risk, but a personal affront, a threat to the fragile stability she's fought to build for her son, Finn. Her surgical precision extends beyond the operating table into her thoughts, dissecting every possible outcome with cold calculation. Could she be contemplating a solution far darker than mere imprisonment through legal means? The hospital, with its labyrinthine hallways and hidden rooms, becomes a silent conspirator in her musings. Its walls whispering of past secrets she's kept like the time she spirited Finn away to safety when all believed him lost. This history fuels speculation among fans that Lee might be on the verge of orchestrating a deception so profound it could redefine her character, transforming her from protector to captor in a heartbeat, a violent clash, and unexpected casualties. The drama escalates with a thunderous confrontation that shatters the deceptive calm of Los Angeles as Sheila Sharp faces off against Luna in a moment charged with lethal intent. There grows heavy within spoken grudges as Luna, her grip on a gun and steady yet resolute, becomes a volatile force of chaos. In a flash, a gunshot pierces the tense silence, leaving Sheila wounded and in desperate need of surgical intervention at the hospital. Blood stains the ground, a stark reminder of how quickly words can turn to violence in this world of high stakes and higher emotions. Sheila's injury, though severe, is only the beginning of the carnage, as spoilers hint at Liam Spencer becoming the next target of gunfire. his fate teetering on the edge of tragedy in a ripple effect of Luna's actions. But could Luna herself emerge as the third victim in this deadly spiral, as whispered in B&B spoilers? If so, it presents Lee with a chilling opportunity cloaked in chaos. As paramedics rush to stabilize the fallen, Lee's mind might already be racing ahead, seeing not a loss, but a chance to rewrite the narrative. The hospital's controlled cow's peeping monitors, hurried footsteps, and the endeptic tang of despair becomes the perfect backdrop for a plan no one else could foresee. Fans recall how Lee wants to find death itself by secretly nursing Finn back to health when the world mourned him. Now whispers abound that she might twist that same playbook into something far more sinister, using a supposed tragedy to mask a living lie. Will Luna's apparent demise be the key to Lee's ultimate control, or the spark of an even greater storm? Lee's motive, a prison of her own making. At the heart of Lee's potential scheme lies a motive, as personal as it is extreme, to sever the bond between Luna and Finn once and for all, even if it means crossing moral lines she once held sacred. Where once her actions were driven by a fierce need to preserve her son's life, now they might be fueled by a desire to protect him from what she perceives as a corrosive influence. In Lee's eyes, Luna's connection to Finweather, born of blood, affection, or shared history, represents a tether that drags him into danger and dysfunction. Breaking that link becomes an obsession, one she might believe can only be achieved through drastic, irreversible means. Prison with its public scrutiny and potential for parole isn't enough. Lee envisions a solution where Luna is removed from society, yet kept under her iron control, hidden from prying eyes. Imagine the chilling scenario rather than allowing Luna to face a natural end or the uncertainty of legal confinement. Lee could choose to stage her death, announcing to the world that she didn't survive her injuries behind closed doors. However, Luna might awaken to a nightmare of captivity, restrained in a clandestine location far from rescue. Perhaps it's a forgotten cabin in the woods outside Los Angeles, its windows boarded up, or a soundproof basement beneath a seemingly innocuous property lands. A place where screams dissolve into silence. The show could take a daring new direction with Luna's storyline, painting her as a modern-day prisoner, shackled not just by chains, but by the weight of Lee's unrelenting will. The image of Luna, once vibrant and defiant, now trapped in a cage of another's making, would be a haunting pivot for B&B, igniting debates about morality, family, and the lengths one goes to protect their own script leaks and future encounters. Adding fuel to the speculative fire, a recently leaked script offers a tantalizing glimpse into the future, revealing that Luna will share a scene with Lee in a September episode. This snippet suggests an interaction brimming with potential. Could it be the moment where Lee's role as captor is confirmed? Her stern gaze meeting Luna's defiant or broken one across a makeshift prison. The possibility sends ripples through the fan base with online forums buzzing about what this encounter might entail. Is it a confrontation where Luna pleads for freedom, her voiced role with desperation? The hospital, a place typically associated with healing, could be transformed into the epicenter of deceit. Medical records may be doctored to support the illusion of Luna's death, while in reality, she wastes away in secrecy. The Bold and the Beautiful has long toyed with perception, Finn's death being a prime example. And this week's promise that someone won't survive surgery could be yet another red herring designed to conceal Lee's true intentions. Could Lee construct a lie so elaborate that even Luna's closest allies believe she's truly gone? And what about Poppy, Luna's mother? Rumors suggest she might not only uncover the truth, but confront Lee with unexpected fire. She could emerge as a fierce adversary, or, in a twist of loyalty, a reluctant co-conspirator. The sisters, bound by blood and history, might unite to bury the truth beneath layers of deception, triggering a storyline where reality blurs, and every alliance is put to the test. As the week of July 7 to 11 unfolds, Luna becomes the eye of an emotional storm, one that threatens to drag everyone into chaos. The hospital morphs into a high-stakes chessboard, with Lee positioning herself as master strategist. Each move carries devastating risks. Sheila's injury, Liam's potential downfall, and Luna's mysterious disappearance all intertwine into a web of trauma and manipulation. If Lee succeeds, the fallout will be seismic, not just for Luna, trapped in a waking nightmare, but for Finn, who may grieve a death that never occurred. The revelation, if it comes, could forever damage his trust in the woman who raised him. The wider Forrester and Spencer circles are poised to feel the aftershocks. Poppy's role, whether she becomes a grieving mother or a shadowy accomplice, might redefine her position entirely. Is she complicit or simply desperate to protect her daughter? Meanwhile, suspicion may stir in unexpected corners. Characters like Hope Logan or Steffie Forrester may begin to question the official story, their instincts picking up on cracks in Lee's carefully constructed narrative. The beach house confrontation that ignited this chain of events might only be the beginning, a spark that exposes long-buried secrets and unfinished vendettas. Could Luna's disappearance be tied to a deeper history? Perhaps a forgotten scandal involving Lee and Poppy, one that forced Lee to take such extreme action. The past may hold answers that shift everything we think we know. Conclusion: a web of lies and lingering questions. Welcome back to the brink of suspense with the bold and the beautiful. The drama of July 7 to 11 threatens to redefine the limits of family, betrayal, and moral ambiguity. Lee Finnegan's rumored plan to fake Luna's death and imprison her casts a chilling shadow over every scene. From the brutal confrontation that leaves Sheila, and possibly Liam, injured to the haunting image of Luna awakening alone in captivity, this storyline pulses with emotional intensity and dangerous stakes. Will Lee's drastic efforts truly protect Finn, or will they shatter the very foundations of their family? What will Poppy choose, silence or defiance? And as secrets unravel, who else will be drawn into this dark tangle of lies?